So I just wanted to point that out just in case everybody didn't realize what was happening here. And I'm enjoying watching Ross squirm over here on the hook. A lot of fun. Just kidding. When do you get lawyers involved in the process?
Never. Being facetious. Obviously, you don't necessarily need them to start your LLC. I think that most states you can simply do it online and get it done. If you don't have a good broker, you don't have a good consultant that can actually understand your state and the laws associated with the leasing, as well as, this is where a broker comes in to actually be able to hold your hand and understand the ins and outs of what a good purchase agreement ought to look like, how to lock up a seller, because that's really what you're trying to do, and some of the things that you need to have in an offer that protects you as a buyer and also gives you benchmarks that you're going to hit along the way to make sure that you get what you need, equipment that's in working condition at the close of escrow. Maybe you need a longer lease, so you want to put the lease option in there. The financial information, what they have to give you, and et cetera, et cetera. Unless it's an attorney state, which some states are, you get the help of attorney regardless of an escrow officer. You're going to actually need someone that is, versed at doing those contracts for you. And so if you got to go to an attorney, you have to use an attorney. I would go to a broker first and I'd weed them out. So.
Yeah. For me, the one thing that I typically recommend is that the lease, you want 3 people to read your lease. Number one, you want to read the lease yourself. This is a long-term contract that you are entering into. And I know that most leases have a lot of like legal, put you to sleep, hard to understand language in it, but you need to read it and try, because you're signing this thing. And a lot of time, not always, but a lot of times, there's like personal guarantees in there and there's escalator clauses, and you need to kind of try to grasp as much of that as you can. So you read it. Number 2 is have a lawyer read it to look for legal gotchas. Again, because this is a long-term relationship you're entering into with legal ramifications. And then number 3, you want to have somebody who is familiar with the laundromat space, whether that's a consultant, another owner, a broker who is on your side, somebody who understands that, who can also look for not legal gotchas, but laundromat specific gotchas. And so that's the main places I would have a lawyer taking a look at stuff. You can also have them look at the purchase agreement and stuff too. But a lot of times if there's a broker involved, the broker will be handling that stuff.
Right.
I just wanted to point out, who was it that asked? DS Hansen asked, they said they have a 2,000 square foot space with a small office. How much wash and fold can they run out of that? And Palm Beach Lakes Laundry said they're doing about 3,000 to 4,000 pounds in a similar space. So I just want to kind of point that out just as a benchmark for people.
Right.
Anything you want to add to that at all?
No, I think that I think the biggest challenge that people are faced with in our business today is that they want to get into the wash, dry, fold business. And they really are interested in it and they're excited. And then the reality comes in that the only thing that they're missing is the extra storage space that they need. And so now they're looking at sacrificing the baby. Like, can I take out 2 dryers and can I replace them with 45 stacks instead of 30 stacks so I can get the room? So I think the challenge today now is that with the advent of wash, dry, fold, and the popularity of it and the segment of society that is now involved with it basically says, I don't want to spend 3 hours a week at a laundromat. I want to do wash, dry, and fold. And therefore, I've got, the businesses are picking up for someone to get an office or space that has, I don't know, 10 by 10